And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on this Facebook, on this lovely, September 10th, 2025. We're here, very fortunate to have real estate extraordinaire and now, bodybuilding champion, Mr. AndrewKosloske to the show. That's always good.
Excited to be here, Rick.
Isn't it good to add that to your resume now?
Yeah, fourth place national qualifier ain't bad. I'll take it.
Are you kidding me? That's incredible, especially since I saw your pictures on social media of the before and after. That's incredible, man. What was that, like a 2-year journey?
That was a 2-year difference.
Yeah.
For those watching who don't know, I started weight training about 2.5 years ago, because I put on a lot of weight after some personal events, divorce and stuff. And in that photo, I was like 263, 265. And then I took stage about 4 weeks ago around 198.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Big change. Life-changing experience. Incredible.
That's a complete transformation, dude. You went from
not as life-changing as Rick's Success series, but I mean, it was a close second.
Carried away. Thank you for that. Well, let's face it, dude. What you did in real estate is very similar. Like, I just looking at your numbers, I know you're not crazy happy with your numbers, but you're currently like number 35 in all of Nevada, which is 900 and something agents. So I know you want to be higher, but that's still not bad. You had a very good year last year. I mean, you closed 44 deals your second year personally. So all these things that you've done just shows your discipline. When you're committed to something, you get it done. From 265 to 198, you probably weigh about what, 215 right now? 220?
Right now I'm like 220. Yeah. I think we're in full rebound, but yeah. I mean, I want to stay lean, and I definitely think that once you put so much time and effort into staying disciplined with your diet and everything, you have no choice but to change. Right. And I think the same thing happens in real estate. In the bodybuilding world, truly the only thing that really matters is your diet. In real estate, the only thing that really matters is your prospecting, and how much time you put into it. I mean, they are almost identical in the way that they feel, they produce results, and how much effort you have to put into it. You have to put in effort to diet, and you have to put in effort to prospect. You know what I mean? That is 80% of what we do on both things.
Yeah, because working out's important, but if you're eating like crap, it doesn't matter. And you can be the best agent in the world, but if you're not in front of a client because you're not prospecting, it doesn't matter, right?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Good.
Yep. And I think that's one of those things that, because it's difficult or it's uncomfortable to do, a lot of agents don't respect it and treat it as a production source like it actually is.
Right.
Prospecting is production. Period. Busy work is wasted time, and you'll never get it back.
Such a great point. Like, I actually go to the gym and I see people in the foyer, like on their computers in their gym workout clothes, and I leave and they're still there. I'm like, you can go to the gym, but you have to get into the equipment room and stuff. You can't just.
You gotta do the work. You gotta bang the lines. Yeah. Same thing at probably most offices. You're gonna go into the bullpen. You're gonna see some people gabbing and chatting, and you're gonna see some people just kind of scrolling through the MLS. You're gonna see people looking at listings and doing their research on things, and it's like, guys, go meet people. Like, this is, you could be in an orange vest on the 215 digging a hole trying to get that whole project done, but instead you're in nice clothes, you're in air conditioning, and you have the opportunity to make some really good money, but you still got to work. It's just a different kind of work.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that, because when I was going to college, I did landscaping, framing, basements, slabs, and all of a sudden one day when someone said to me, well, you could get your real estate license, you make phone calls, you make six figures your first year. I was like, are you out of your? And then I started, and sure enough, I mean, being on the phone in my office, dressed nice, air conditioning if it's hot, heat if it's cold, and not breaking your fingers apart, and making good money. It's to me, it's such a fair trade off. You got to talk to people. You got to fill your schedule with motivated people. You'll do really well in real estate. You can't just go to the office and play work. You got to actually do stuff.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Tell them a little about your. By the way, and I know you know this, but tomorrow is the call clinic right here at your office downstairs, 8 to noon. I'd love to have you there as an example because you know how to rock the phone, man. We're gonna have a lot of people here. We're gonna have a lot of people too. Yeah, I've been personally calling and inviting a lot of people, even from other companies and so forth, to come on over for the call clinic. This is gonna be like remember what we used to do on Saturday mornings up in the
upstairs.
Yeah.
Where the old teaching room used to be before they made that an office.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Like
long time ago. Wow.
By the way, I might be turning that into a prospecting room again for a couple times a week for people to show up and do a couple hours up there.
Okay.
Yeah, Aldo and I are working on that. All right, so tell them a little about your journey. You know, I mean, it's good for them, especially the newer people, to hear that you've only been in the business. What is this, your 6th year?
Yeah, actually, Carlos in yesterday's sales meeting, he's going through the legacy updates and, this person's been here for 1 year now, 3 years, 2 years, all that stuff. But I've officially been with Berkshire for 6 years now. Yeah, come on. I earned these.
Yeah.
Earned all of those.
Did you?
Yeah. Been with the company for 6 years. First year, that was 2019, and I was right before COVID, and I met you at your success series. I came to the office to hear someone speak because I was selling cars before I got into real estate, and sold a car to a realtor there who I call my office mom, Wanda Conrad. Love you, girl. She was like, hey, you're too good at this. You sold me a car, and I had no intention of buying you a car. You should come sell real estate. She kept following up with me, super sweet about it. Ended up checking the office, got hooked, right? First year, remember, I was in your success series class before I even started real estate. And I remember telling you, like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to make a name for myself. I'm going to do this, and whether or not you believed it or not, I was like, I'm doing it. And first year I ended up earning Rookie of the Year, which was a surreal feeling. It was a lot of work. But at the end of the day, I learned so much my first year and I had wonderful experiences. Second year felt like cliff diving, right? Now we have the momentum. We're jumping into it. We have a year underneath our tires here. We're going to do even more. Ended up doing like 40 some deals my second year. Third year was an outstanding year. We did the most as a team. I started my team my second year. Third year personal production did around like 73, 76.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, your second year was 44 for you individually, and then your third year with your team, you did like 101, 102 closings, something like that.
Yeah. Rebecca Ewing killed it that year too on the team, and I also did incredible. It was that time in sales where everyone needed something done in real estate. So it was just, you had to not be a warm body, but I had a pipeline built because I just prospected quite a bit. Third year, so that was third year. Fourth year was the hardest because that's when, I got divorced and had to refocus on certain things, had to reprioritize certain things, had to reevaluate my schedule. I even had like calling calling was a primary source of production for me, and that became really difficult. I don't know why. I know why, but for whatever reason, I just struggle with that. Fifth year, I found the fun in real estate again. And then this year, it's just been, trying to grow everyone on the team, trying to make sure that they all have irons in the fire, trying to make sure, we're changing our processes to keep up with everything that changes with NAR and BBAs and, rates and everything this year. So this year has been a really, really interesting year. Quarter one was my best quarter one ever. And then quarter two was my worst quarter two ever. I mean, to have those two back to back. Just for my personal business, I know some people that did really well quarter two. I know some people that struggled in quarter one. I mean, it definitely affected a lot of different agents this year. But for me, quarter one was the best quarter one I've ever had. And then quarter two was the worst quarter two I've ever had. And to put those back to back, it really helped me look at like, okay, I mean, is it me? Is it the market? Like, what is it? You know what I mean? It's like a listing appointment. Well, if the price is right and the contract makes sense and it's not me, what could it be?
Well, you went on that. Remember, you went on that like 7-8 week total stripping pre-show diet workout. That was a lot of work too. Plus the market, let's face it, the market was a little sluggish at that time. It's definitely picked back up. I think your quarter three.
Yeah, I mean, for me at that point, it was dead. And during prep, I still came into the office, even though it was slow, even though I had nothing in the pipeline. I still prospected. I beat the horse of SOI. You know, who do you know? Like the best question that you can ask somebody with an SOI phone call is what? How's work? Because they're going to tell you how's work. And then what do? They reciprocate with the same question. How's work for you, Andrew? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked. Right? This year, quarter one was great. Quarter two's been really slow. But I anticipate it coming back. Who do you know that's looking in the next 6 months, you know, that might want to buy or sell? And because of that, like right now, our quarter three is insane again. Everyone on my team has something to do. Everyone on my team has production. Everyone on my team has something tied up in a contract, in escrow, or, you know, we're prospecting with open houses and door knocking. So I'm really proud of everyone on the team. Right now, we're catching our stride, and we want to finish quarter three and quarter four. And we really want to make this a good GCI year for all of us. And it's definitely doable. We just have to keep the momentum going.
You just got to keep the momentum going. So that was a good rundown of your years and your challenges and your successes. But it boils down to one thing: your ability to be disciplined. Like you said, you come in, even if it's not going your way, right? You're still prospecting, you're still filling the pipeline, you're still doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that eventually gets paid down the road because, you know, it's like karma. Prospecting karma, as you know, I call it that because I believe in it.
Yeah. I mean, I think too, you have to build some sort of relationship with these people that don't know you, right? And you do that through giving them a call and just like, hey, it's me again. I told you I'd call you back, and I am. You know, I'm a man of my word. How's everything going? You know, last time we spoke, you said this. I told you I was going to call you on this date. I'm just checking in. Not here to bug you. You know, how's everything? Did you have any questions for me? Because I know you said you were looking in the next 3 months. We're about 2 months off. I just want to be available if anything's changed. No, nothing's changed. Well, great. I'm going to follow up with you in the next 4 weeks, blah, 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 blah. And you keep doing that. And at some point, they're going to answer the phone and they're not going to be, one, upset. Two, they're going to know and remember who you are because you're actively trying to help them. And three, they're more likely to actually meet with you if they are like a lead because you've continued to follow up and prospect them.
Right. Yeah. So true. So true. You know, it's the old thing, you know, you got to come across with your semi-stalker lead follow-up and it, you know, and it works. And the only reason I call it that is because at first it feels like that. And then eventually it just becomes normal, whether you're prospecting or doing lead follow-up, it just becomes part of your routine, right? Just like working out does.
Yep. And for the newer agents or even the seasoned agents watching or listening right now, sometimes it can feel semi-stalkerish, just like Rick said, but you have to push through that because I promise you, if that person doesn't want to talk to you, they will not talk to you. It's just like if somebody answers the phone, they want to talk to you because they answered the phone. It's 2025. If they don't want to answer the phone, they're not going to answer the phone. Everyone has one of these. You know, it says who's calling. I don't know this number, but I'm dumb enough to answer, right? So you talk to them.
Yeah. No, it's so true. It's like, you know, the old Jim Carrey line, right? So you're saying there's a chance. If they pick up the phone, there's a chance, right? I agree, totally. All right. My favorite question is, you know, rock star like yourself, the reason I brought up the 6 years is I want them to hear what's possible in 6 years. So with hard work and discipline, see, there's only a few people I've coached that have done it this fast, but you have. So what are the three most important things you tell them if they want to be successful in this business, my man?
Right now, with my 6 years of profound knowledge, number one would be your schedule. Yeah, it is so important whether you're within your first 5 years or you're in your 10th year or your 20th year. Like, have a schedule. Know what you need to be doing that day. Some of the worst days that I've had are days where I wake up and I'm like, well, what should I do today? Right? But if you treat this like an actual business, you have a work schedule, you have days that you do your taxes, you have days that you do your business errands that you need to do, you have a set time for your prospecting, you have a set time for your showings, you have days that you choose that work for your schedule for open houses, right? Have a schedule. That's number one. Number two is discipline. You have to do your schedule whether you feel like doing it or not. And that can be hard for some folks, especially when it's slow. It is so easy to do this job when it's busy. Oh my gosh, I have 3 signings this week. Like, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, sure, that's fun. This job can be very, feels like you're in a rut when it's slow, but that's just how it is. When I first started, I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, no, I'm always going to have something in escrow. There's never not going to be a time where I don't have anything in escrow. Nothing's going to fall out of contract. I'm the man. And then all of those things happen and they humble you. And it's like, well, I guess I have to keep doing what worked before. And that's the discipline. Number 3 is really staying current, I think, is something that I've noticed this year that some agents just aren't doing. And I'm hoping that if you hear this, that you do try and stay current. Stay involved with the changes in AI with real estate. Stay current, right? You don't have to change your entire business model, but at least know what's going on and how consumers are now purchasing houses. Hey, ChatGPT, is this a good deal? And they just copy and paste the link in. Like, that is how some people are purchasing houses now. Like, it's crazy. Because they'd rather talk to ChatGPT than to you, because you didn't call them, you didn't prospect them, you didn't meet them at an open house, you didn't door knock them, so they're going to rely on that. But if they are doing it, like, check it out. Staying current with the rates, staying current with the objections, staying current with what new builds are out there, staying current with your sales skill. I teach a class at the St. Rose office, and unfortunately last month when I taught that class, I think we only had like 5 or 6 people there. And the month before we had quite a bit. And it's like, I understand that it can be a little embarrassing or a little anxiety inducing to role play in front of your peers. But guys, like, we don't practice for the easy. We practice for the difficult. So that would be probably my third point, is just staying current, staying sharp, staying frosty, have a little bit of wiggle room in your ankles in case you got to move laterally. You know what I mean? Like, not everything is going to be A through Z. Sometimes you're going to go A to F, back to B, and then maybe you get lucky and you just go straight to Z. But yeah, staying current is what I would say.
I like it. And within that stay current, there's a couple like A, B, and C, which are really good. Like, role playing, saying discipline. I mean, what I basically heard you say is discipline means doing the things that you should be doing, even on the days you don't feel like it, maybe especially on the days you don't feel like it, because that's what discipline is when you just go through the motions anyway, even when, anybody can do it, like you said, on the days that they feel like it. It's the true rock stars and the professionals that do it on the days that their melon is talking them out of it, but they do it anyway.
Yeah. Because, like, where the body goes, the mind follows. It's not the other way around. It really isn't. I know for a fact it's just not the other way around, because there's so many days, so many examples of when people say into their minds, I'll do it on Monday. I'll do it on Monday. And they're saying that themselves in their heads, I'll do it on Monday. And sure enough, Monday rolls around and their body just doesn't follow. So put the body in motion. Start doing the things you don't want to do. Get a little bit uncomfortable. Set a schedule. Be disciplined with that schedule. Stay current, and just do it. Just do it.
Just do it. It's such a good point too, because that's how you get in shape. You tear muscle down, it grows back stronger and better. You tear it down, so you have to have times where you're tearing, times where you're recovering, and times when you're filling your body with good like you said, the diet is so important. People don't realize the diet's 78% of it. The workout's important, no doubt. You got to do that too.
Yeah.
But not eating right and taking advantage of all the work you're doing by eating right, it doesn't work as well.
Yep. I agree.
All right, my man, perfect. Any final words you want to leave these lovely people before we wind down here?
No, I mean, final words, get into Success Series, take Rick's coaching seriously, listen to veterans who've been doing this a little bit longer. You could be a first year, you could be a 30-year, and realize you don't know it all. What works for one person may not work for you, but learn something from it. And that's what I would say. Take every opportunity as a learning opportunity, take every prospecting opportunity seriously, and go sell some houses.
Right. And I just want to point out one other thing. And for all the people with children, you have your kids half the time yourself. You're a single dad, so you have that going on too. So your schedule has to be really tight. So really, it's about eliminating the excuses too. But I really appreciate the plug for Success Series. We have it next week at the Southwest office, and tomorrow we'll have Andrew and other rockstar prospectors, as well as new people, prospecting right here at the St. Rose office from 8 a.m. people to noon. It's going to be fun. If you want to learn how to do it, if you want to get better at doing it, you're already doing it. If you want to role play, get better results, this is the place to do it tomorrow, 8 a.m. right here at the Success Series, at the St. Rose office. All right, buddy. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you.
Keep it rocking, my man. Thanks, Paul.